Wagwan y'all, it's Dimz back for the attack, but you already know that. And today we have a small video for you all about upcoming fighting games that I'm pretty excited for. Now, this list does have a few caveats or a few rules of the criteria of fighting games that we'll be talking about. So let me explain those now so you know what you're in for. Rule number one, this is not in any particular order of excitement. I'm more or less just as excited for the first entry on this list as much as I am for the last game on this list. Number two, this list is only fighting games. This does not mean I'm not excited for any other genre of games, but I will only be talking about fighting games for this list. Number three, all games that I choose for this list has rollback netcode, or at least they state that they will have it. I made this rule because over the past year, I decided to only support developers or companies that actually care about their customers' playing experience. And for me, the baseline of that is to actually be able to play your game online. So yeah, rollback netcode. Which means though I am interested in seeing how the new Demon Slayer 3D Arena anime fighter game plays and whether it's gonna have depth like the My Heroes 1 Justice 2 game did, I'm not going to purchase it unless it has rollback netcode. Thus, it turns out it's a game that I won't be excited for. Number 4, all games on this list are not officially released yet. So though I am excited for the resurgence of Skullgirls and them adding new characters, and I already bought their season pass and such, it's not going to appear on this list because the game's already officially out. Even though the game is amazing and you can buy it right now. Rule number 5, there are a few games that will not show up on this list, and that's because I just might not be excited for them, though they completely fit the criteria. One example of that is Punch Planet. Now, Punch Planet is a great game that's in early access right now, and I am very interested in their main story and the world and how they're going to build it up and everything like that. So I even bought the game and I played it. However, I played enough of the game to know that this game is most likely not for me. But I do support them, so please do try out Punch Planet. It's just not something I am excited about because I know it's not for me. However, I still wish them well on their official release. And lastly, rule number 6. I am only one dude. So I might have missed a few games that maybe you think should belong on this list or maybe I should take a look at. So any fighting games, whether it's AAA or indie or what have you, that fits the criteria of this list that you might think I might not have seen, let me know in the comment section below. I love finding out about new games, and if they are doing well, especially with having rollback netcode, I will support them. Now, without further ado, let's get on to the main list. DNF Duel, or the fighting game of Dungeon Fighter Online. This game was made by Arc System Works, and honestly, I don't know too much about Dungeon Fighter Online. Kinda why I put it on the first on the list. The game just looks cool. A few of my friends played the MMO and are excited about it. It has rollback netcode. ArcSys stated that all their future fighting games was going to have rollback netcode, and I want to support that in hopes that it becomes the standard in all fighting games. So this game just looks cool. It just has rollback netcode, so I'm excited. Plus, I'll have people to play it with. Framemakers. From the developers that brought you Super Smash Flash 2, they've made their own platform fighter with characters from the indie hits of Octodad, 8-Bit Trip Runner, and Orcane from Rivals of Aether. This game just looks great, and I know it's going to be handled very well based on the track record of Super Smash Flash 2. What I'm really excited about is how the basic gameplay loop is going to work, since this game has an assist system. And from what is shown, it seems like the player in battle, they get to choose their assist character to accompany them into battle from a long list of other, I guess, indie hits as well. I am very glad that this game actually made its Kickstarter goal, and I just can't wait to see how it turns out because of a platform fighter with an assist system. That's a little different, and I just want to see how it goes down.
The King of Fighters 15! Shatter all expectations.
Okay, now hear me out for 1 second. I know my rule states that every game on this list has Rollback Netcode, but King of Fighters 15 has not yet confirmed or denied if it has Rollback Netcode. When with the recent delay of the game until next year, I can only assume that it maybe is because they wanted to add it in. So with that assumption, it's going to get a spot on this list. However, if it does reveal that the game does not have Rollback Netcode, then please ignore this entry. Anyway, KOF 15 is looking awesome and visually a step up from KOF 14. The KOF series has always been a cool series for me, and with the new story of Kyo not being the main character, I've gotta wonder what's in store. But I've never been a big fan of this new dude's design, even in KOF 14. Hold on, what's his name? Let me look at his name real fast. Okay, I believe his name is pronounced Shune. So yeah, I don't like your design, Shune, but that's besides the point. Now, I already made a video about this game that explains my excitement. I'll give you the cliff notes here. This game has a developer that knows how to make platform fighters. That developer is Ludosity. This game has a strong IP with Nickelodeon, and there's possibly going to be the first fighting game that I'm going to be able to play as Korra from the Avatar series. Also, with the recent receptions that the announcement of the game had got, it seems like they're trying to look at competitive ventures for this game, which would be something to see. I have been thought that Nintendo has been dropping the ball by not cultivating the competitive Smash Bros scene and actually actively hurting it. So seeing a platform fighter with a proper developer back and support would be great to see. Also, it looks like a fun game, you know, also with Rollback Netcode.
あんまり動くと貧血になるんでね。この辺りで失礼するよ。
Melty Blood. Not gonna lie to you, though I have known about Melty Blood for years, I have not actually played it until this year, when playing games with Rollback Netcode. Yes, I am going to keep saying it over and over because we need more of it. And also, just in case you're seeking it out, it's the community version, not the Steam version, of Melty Blood that has Rollback Netcode, the community version. And plus, it's free for anyone who wants to give it a try. Anywho, with the announcement of Melty Blood Type Lumina coming out, with updates for modern day, it's just gonna be a great thing to see Melty Blood in the limelight again, with new players and Rollback Netcode, and it's actually coming to Xbox as well, so it will essentially be on all platforms. So I am very excited. You gotta love a redemption story, especially when it comes to games. Redstone Revolt has been revived from the ashes of a game that was called Icons. I think Icons Battle Arena? Anyway, and now it's flourishing. They have overhauled everything and they are trying new and great things with their game right now. It's actually truly inspiring to me. You can currently play the game and even compete in it in tournaments when they run it for the game by going to their social media and supporting them. And if/when they are running free and open weekends, you can also just sign up to play without even dropping money. Currently the game is still in alpha, but it shows a lot of promise. but I am waiting to see the day that they do finally and officially release.
What I think League of Legends players expect from this game is different, but in some ways harmonious with what I think fighting game players expect from this game. Everyone wants a great game, but what we've been seeing is that people are really excited to see Runeterran champions like in a new light, even like from a new camera angle.
Riot's fighting game, or rather Project L, is a fighting game that came out of Riot just branching out and making other games in other genres other than the MOBA. They've made games in the shooters, RPGs, speed chess, even TCG. It was revealed a while ago that they will be starting a fighting game with the Cannon brothers at the helm of the project. Now, I don't have time to go into who the Cannon brothers are in this video. Just know that they are very important members of the FGC, or fighting game community. They made a game called Rising Thunder, and they are basically the people behind making Rollback Netcode so accessible to everyone. Now, what I'm really excited for about this Project L, or the Riot's fighting game, is what Riot could possibly do for the FGC. Whether that could be large money tournament circuits, helping Rollback Netcode become more of a standard in all fighting game, or the big possibility of the fighting game having a free-to-play model, it's all intriguing and interesting to me. However, in all honesty, I'm not a fan of the company Riot Games. And, their allegations of how they treat their employees and such, I'm not a fan. I'm just mostly excited because it's the Cannon brothers who's at the helm, and they are going to further improve the FGC. So if the game actually becomes an expensive, flashy flop, it wouldn't cause me any grief. Well, speaking of another game that has very little gameplay footage, and not even a publicly known project title. It's just more commonly known as 3D Rivals of Aether. Anyway, from the developers over at Aether Studios, who made Rivals of Aether, Lovers of Aether, Creatures of Aether, and etc. of Aether. This is another platform fighter that's going to have Rollback Netcode. Well, though they haven't announced it yet, it just seems very, very obvious. Since right now the developers are currently working on retrofitting Rollback Netcode into Rivals of Aether. And if I know anything, it's harder to retrofit or retroactively put Rollback Netcode into a game. So, if they're going through all that mess in their new game, they're just gonna have it from the start. Speaking of the new game, 3D Rivals is going to be a bit different than normal Rivals because some of the core mechanics have changed. Now they have added in traditional shields, grabs, and ledge grabbing. This would put the game in direct comparison and competition with Smash Bros. And I believe they have an actual shot of massively shaking things up. Aether Studios has already proven that they can cultivate and support their game and their competitive scenes for the game. So deciding to play ball in the exact same court as Smash Bros, well, that'll be a sight to see. But also I'll be able to see my dude Edelus in 3-dimension glory. And last but not least, I would like to put my game project on this list. I want to take this time to just softly announce that I am working on another game project. This one hopefully is going to be a little bit more polished than my last one. I don't have much yet to show aside from this 3D asset, since I'm still animating and getting the core movement down. But hey, this is a game I'm excited for. I'll be talking about it more and more once the structure for it is complete and I can actually show proper footage. But until then, I hope you do like this soft announcement. Well, that's the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more of my content and future projects, and comment below if you learned about a new game just from my list, or if you even want to share other fighting games with Rollback Netcode. that didn't make this list, because I love learning about new projects and games. So again, like I said, I don't care if it's indie, AAA, or something that your friends are just working on. Let me see it and let people know. But once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have an amazing week.